and sit atop the standings. And as we go here, everyone set to go. Off the draw, first possession belongs to the Outlaws, and they will go to work on offense. Angus Rowling out there. John St. John, of course, the master facilitator. Look for him on the left side. Chris Atwood, the dangerous sniper on the right. They'll work that one around, kick it around behind the net. Outlaws, good ball movement. 6 on the shot clock. Graham Bergsma dumps it down low. Atwood, his shot blocked, tipped away, and Simons will regroup, but no reset. So possession will go to the Snipers. They'll get their first kick at the can here in the offensive end. Snipers will look inside. Ty Argent, keep an eye on him, as does Wes Whitlow, 17. Another dangerous, good hands people for the Snipers. That's an over and back violation. Good hustle to track that down by Tristan Rogers. He'll work it and they'll wait for the offense, starting with Eddie Renault. Renault will swing it around. They'll work it to the right side. Trailing in late, getting it back's Renault. Renault's going to let the underhand go. Good save, Dusty Hill. So first test, matched by Hill. He'll scoop that up, and here comes Six Nations now, working it into the offensive end, Chayton King. So the King has returned. That one is deflected, and will stay right here, going same direction. And they'll set things up now. Brett Longboat back in the lineup for the Snipers. A welcome addition, as is 66 Vern Hill. Keep an eye on the Master Thief. That shot stopped up in the neck area. Good save made there. No choice. Jackson Brown and Oshawa now get another bit of work. They'll start it off. Half boards left side. John St. John gets a screen, thinks about it, kicks it over. And looking for an opening. St. John gets it back and buries that. So John St. John, this time on the receiving end, picks up his first of the game, 1-0 Outlaws. So usually the one delivering the pass. This time John St. John with a good give and go. Good hard shot, picks the far corner. No fooling around there. First of the game, 5th of the season for St. John. Off the draw. Snipers get possession. That toss back, going to be a lot of work here, and instead a turnover. So a chance there for Austin Blumbergs, and not able to beat Dusty Hill. And the Snipers now will set things up. Jordan Goddard out there, trying to make something happen. Josh Miller. Miller will dump it off. Whitlow rolls off one and has his stick checked. That's going to go up the other way as that goes out of play. And the Outlaws now will go to work on offense. Renault double teamed. Vern Hill, Ben Wittich up in there laying the licks down. Ball loose. Snipers do a good job to pop it free. Battling for it again is Renault, but the Snipers will come away with that loose ball and move it up into the offensive end. Dump off, looking for Argent. That takes a weird hop up into the air. And Atwood will zip it up. And here come the Outlaws. St. John looking for a screen, does a good job on the roll. Looking for another one. St. John had it teed up, took a hit, timely one, knocked away, and it's Stotts. Stotts on the run, 3-on-3. Takes a quick shot, easy save made there, and zipped up the other way. Looking in transition, St. John wrong stick side, just wide of the mark. Vern Hill does a good job to corral that carom. And here come Six Nations. So Jackson Brown's been strong in the early going for the Outlaws. Dump it off, looking for something, somewhere to go, and trailing out late. And that shot saved by Brown. Fresh clock, no reset. Good defense by the Outlaws as they close it down. And they'll pick it up now and move it up. Noah Millsap out there as well, and ball loose in the corner. Outlaws fish it out and kick it back. They'll reset on the left side. 1-on-1. Rodling, and that one goes up out of play, and I don't know, a whole lot of flinching for some lacrosse players out here in the stands, but we're going to leave that as it is and let the snipers go back to work. Whitlow spins off one another, backhand pass, dunk try, nothing doing there. Good try by Argent. Ball loose in the corner, knocked forward, and the Outlaws are going to come away with it. Peyton Wallace, he'll flip, and it's St. John. Just over 10 minutes to go here, first quarter. Second half of our double dip here. Week 4 of the Arenalacrosseleague. St. John, quick shot. Tried to quick stick finish. Couldn't get a whole lot on it. Loose. They leave it for Renault. Touched the mesh. No call, though. It was a tough angle. Here comes Stotts. Wrong stick side. He'll put on the brakes. He'll stop, hold up, set up shop, and now it's Longboat. Brett Longboat, wrong stick side, so he'll filter over to the left. He'll wait, and they'll go to work now. Jordan Goddard out there. Goddard has Chayton King on that right side looking for the flip. The King couldn't handle it. Going to be a race for it, and it's scooped up, and it's Nolan. Nolan to the bounce, stopped by Dusty Hill, and that's going to be an illegal cross-check in the back. Late hit will give possession, and it'll stay right here, Nolan and the Outlaws. St. John. Rodding. Now I'm going to go with Rodding and not Rodling. I'll have to get some correction on that as Atwood zips it across. Plenty of time and space. Should have taken that first one on. Just almost deked himself out of a goal, but a good job there to recover. So Jake Gilmore, one of the members of the Good Hands team, picks up his first of the game, and Oshawa with a 2-0 lead. I thought maybe Gilmore had got caught too far on his wrong stick side, but a good recovery and slipped that one off the back of Dusty Hill, and it rolled over the goal line. So what the Snipers didn't want to happen has happened, and that was getting behind early. In the 3 games that they've lost, they have trailed in each and every game and make that 4 for 4 as Renault now. Of course, we know Eddie Renault, long time with the Paris River Wolves, now with the Outlaws. Swinging around to the right side. They'll work at half boards. Good duck-in move. Trying to split 2 defenders. Beat 2 but not 3. So Blumberg's maybe just 1 defender too many now. Vern Hill. He'll remain out there on offense. Whitlow runs into 2. Takes a hard check. Jars the ball loose. Whitlow still battling for it. Goddard with him. Bails him out. Sends it. Chayton King give and go. That one's picked off. So King now needs to tighten his game just a bit, as he's already let an errant pass go and had one picked off. So we'll see here if he can clean that up. Gilmore has that taken away from him. So a good job there. Mitch Zulian, the speedster, doing a good job, and you're not going to catch him once he gets going. Good job to get it over the timeline. Dump it off. That from way out, as Con General decided he was going to take one from the other side of center. Rogers now looking to lean in. We're under 7.5 to go here. Chris Atwood now wrong stick side, so he'll wait, facilitate, get that over. Rogers gets manhandled neatly and nicely, so Con General makes up for that last play. Now Ben Wittich. Wittich to switch hands. He'll pull up. He gets harassed hard and takes a good check, throws it into the gondola. So some good defense there, and with 7:08 to go, we'll take our first officials timeout. Go here with the Oshawa Outlaws leading by 2 after our officials timeout. John St. John will do the inbounds. Vern Hill all over him. Hill will harass you. St. John, good save, Dusty Hill. Rebound Atwood. St. John, and through the crease the call. So Travis Stotts will get it in a quick pass up. Here come the Snipers. Andrew Vradenberg. And this sniper team, of course, with all the changes, still kind of trying to find their own mojo, trying to find some chemistry. And that's going to take some time. Longboat. Oh, he can let it rip from anywhere. Good heavy shot. Chayton King picks that up. Fresh 30 for the Snipers. King on the flip. Bailed out. Argent lets it go. That one right off the chest pad, and that's stuck to Jackson Brown. And Outlaws now will try to get it up over the timeline. Nick Andrioli helping the cause. Rodling will send it over. Atwood. Atwood lets that one go. That's just wide of the mark. Glove laying there. St. John's going to leave that. Vern Hill's going to run that down. And he'll take it right in the corner deep in the offensive end. Snipers looking to attack. Bounce. Whitlow lets it go. That one stopped by Brown as it steered up and out of play. So that will go the other way. Didn't catch any part of Jackson Brown. My apologies. So possession belongs to the Outlaws. St. John in his office. Looking, zips it across. Backhand try right on target, saved by Dusty Hill. He'll outlet that look, and they'll look to move that up with the general. Goddard out there as well. He'll swing it around. They'll go deep on the right side. Chayton King lets that go. That one stopped. And a good job there by Veltman to get that up. Atwood with a nifty pickup. He's going to flip that over. Takes a hard hit. No call on the play. Probably should have been a late one. And Gilmore now. Zip that over. Atwood, double team. That pass can't connect. Rogers got to hurry. Lets it go. And that's deflected. No reset. St. John down. Atwood right there on the doorstep. Stopped by Dusty Hill. So that one goes out of play off the crossbar. So that works in favor of the Outlaws as they'll keep possession and have another 30 to work with. So good heads-up play by Atwood. Better heads-up play by St. John in the dying seconds of the shot clock to get it over to Atwood to get a good shot off. Those two just finding their groove. Bergsma out there as well. Zip over to the right side. That shot, heavy underhand, right on Dusty Hill. And in no time, here come the Snipers into the offensive end. Kanori Segahara. Argent forced way out. Good defense on him. Peyton Wallace marking him tight. Argent spins around. Oh, what a great save there. Jackson Brown sticking out the arm. Nolan going to try to work through two, loses his stick and still has possession, but just makes it over the timeline. Ryan Nolan getting the job done. And now it's Gilmore. Gilmore draws the double, peels back out, and waits for St. John. St. John one-on-one. Kicks that over. Bad pass. Bergsma handcuffed on the play. Wittich battling for it. He'll get it. And with those long strides, he'll get it into the offensive end. No problem until he's met by Chris Veltman. And Veltman is just a demon. He's all over everything. Chayton King. King with a quick shot. Stopped, though, by Brown. So some good defense. The pressure from Veltman forced a quick shot by Chayton King and a good save by Jackson Brown. St. John. We are at the 3.5-minute mark here, first quarter. Two teams in need of a win here. 0-3 Snipers. 1-2 Outlaws, and that one eludes Bergsma, jumping on that quick. Here come the Snipers. Quick shot, stop. So wasted no time at all was Mitch Zulian. You got to like him being aggressive there, and Outlaws now will flip offense to work. Vern Hill. Leave your wallet out, he'll take that too. Master thief in the league, leads the league in steals. Outlaws, right side, kick over. Renault ducks in. Renault has it taken away by who's 66. Like I told you, master hands, good head man pass right ahead, working one-on-one. And may have faked himself right out of an opportunity. It's Sugihara, and a chance now for the Outlaws, but no numbers there. They'll set it up with Gilmore. 2.5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. 2-0 lead for the Outlaws. Gilmore sizing it up, looking for that corner, rings it off the iron. Rebound, Bergsma, fresh 30 to work with. Sends it back, reset with Gilmore. Kick over, Atwood has room. Atwood's overhand blocked. Gilmore, Karam, no reset, lets that one go, that's wide. That goes off a couple, picked up, and the Snipers regain it. And a bad pass there. So Chandler Allen with a good idea, but poor execution. And now Brown with a quick pass to Renault and over the timeline as we're under the 2-minute warning. Renault has Wittich on him. Gets a screen. Renault on the run, rings that one off the iron. St. John, one-handed pickup. Kicks that over. Atwood, wrong stick side. Bullet on the money, stopped by Dusty Hill. Hill now looking to zip it, but different here than the ILA. You don't have that kind of headroom. And that went off the rafters, and it'll come back the other way with Veltman. Under a minute and a half to go here, first quarter. St. John once again in his office, looking, he'll kick it over. Bergsma, they'll swing it around right side. Graham Bergsma. Been in the league since the league started. This, of course, year 7 of the Arenalacrosseleague. And Dusty Hill had to reach behind, but made a good save there on Rodling. And Snipers now with Goddard, get it over the timeline. Goddard, Andrioli on him. We're into the last minute of this first quarter. King swings it. Quick shot right on, stopped by Brown. Ball loose. Good job on the pickup, but Whitlow too handy on the handy, and that's going to be a delay of game call, and that's just the rule. Whistle goes, you can't touch it, automatic penalty, and certainly not Wes Whitlow's first game here in the league. So he'll go to the penalty box. Outlaws will go to their first power play of the game, leading by 2 with 48.8 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So Atwood wearing 2 matching shoes this time. Usually he'll do the red and the blue, but he'll keep it consistent. And St. John out there, Gilmore on that left side. Atwood's going to work the top. Quick pass over. Gilmore didn't know it was in the stick, but he grabbed it and ran out of room. Mike McLaughlin now, the vet. He'll put on the Jets. You're not going to catch him. Good stick check, though, and a good job to run that down by Vredenberg, who runs into trouble there, and we're going to have too many on the floor, and I think it's going to go to the Outlaws. So with 20.4 seconds left on the clock, looks like that power play will be nullified with 1:32 left. So that is the call. So going to have to get a man in the box are the Outlaws, and they do. So in 1:32, it'll be a power play opportunity for the Snipers. Right now they have possession, final possession here of this quarter. Argent, 15 on the game clock. Argent trying to duck in, Nolan on him. Argent goes airborne, tucks it in the corner. Ty Argent. Good hang time, beauty finish. It's a 2-1 game. So say what you want, but almost impossible to defend that. Players have been taking that to the next level, but as long as you leave on the right side of the line and the ball crosses before you land in that creased area. So with 9.5 seconds to go, it's a 2-1 game. Big goal for the Snipers. And off the draw, Outlaws. Get it, move it over the timeline with Veltman. Veltman shot right on. And that's going to do it for the buzzer. 15 in the books here at Children's Arena. 2-1 in favor of the Outlaws. We'll be back with quarter number 2. All set to go for second quarter. 1:11 remaining in the Snipers penalty. 1:39 left in the Outlaws penalty. So in the meantime, between time, Outlaws will go to work on offense here. We'll play some 4-on-4 lacrosse. St. John, late filter out in Simons, and he'll take the pass square up. Good job, Chandler Allen, disrupting things. Atwood runs under that, gets a shot off, almost sneaks it through the wickets. Good save there, closed off by Dusty. And now Snipers will move it up over the timeline. Allen with a good job to haul that high pass down. In 32 seconds to work on the power play. Good long shot, though, from Josh Miller from way out. Save had to be a good one by Brown. And now Nolan will give way, and they'll set things up. Gilmore looking for a screen, gets one from Renault. Nothing doing on the roll. Zips it over to the right side. On the run, that one gets knocked down. And going to be a tricky hop. 66, almost had that and was gone. No reset, so knowing full well how much time was left on the clock. And Snipers now. Vern Hill. I told you he was tricky. Hiding out on the right side and picks that corner. We're tied at 2. So if you take your eye off Vern Hill, he will make you pay. Some of the best instincts in the game. Certainly not blessed with a whole lot of size, a whole lot of speed, but the instincts are there, and a big goal ties things up here. Off the draw, Wittich and the Snipers control. They'll work it up into the offensive end, go to work with Argent. Argent zips a pass across late. Top corner beauty. It's the King, Jayton King, who fills the net for the first time. 3-2 Snipers. Good job finding Jayton King. He was the second out of that back door and was wide open, came in, and you give him that kind of room, that kind of time, he's going to bulge the twine most of the time. So 2 quick goals by the Snipers have given them a 3-2 lead. And off the draw again, some good work in that circle. And by Sigahara, and Allen looking down low, looking for Goddard. Couldn't get it. It's smothered, almost scooped up, and it is scooped up by Brown. And the Outlaws now. So after controlling a majority of the play in the first quarter, Outlaws now off to a slow start here in the second. Atwood gets worked over, and Simons from way out, Dusty Hill. You're going to have to move in closer to do something there. That's going to be an interference call. So 2 hands on too late by Ty Khan will give it back to the Outlaws. We're under 13 minutes to go here. Second quarter, Gilmore has Simons working in. Dusty Hill flip-flopping and keeping that ball from going over the line, and Stotts now will move it up. Stotts will bounce off a hit, keep on going, working his way in. And how about Josh Miller? Found the opening and buried his first of the game, 7th of the season. 3 unanswered by the Snipers, and they take a 4-2 lead. So the Outlaws were playing some exceptional defense in that first quarter, seem to have let up here. Snipers, though, have been known to go on runs. In the circle, good battle, and whole lot going on, and Vern Hill now in the Snipers with possession. Hill, bounce pass, tricky one, and Whitlow now will track it down and send it back over. Coming out late, Jayton King off the crossbar. Outlaws now with a chance to counter the other way. Scooped that up in Wallace, dumps it ahead, and how about that for an answer, Eddie Renault? So great job by Wallace to find Renault on the doorstep. And if you haven't seen Eddie Renault, boy, you better ask someone, because he can fill the net. That is first of the game, and it's 4-3. So a big goal for the Outlaws halts that 3-goal run by the Snipers. And off the draw, Andrioli had it, lost it. Argent had it, lost it. Bergsma takes it. So a good job by the KG vet. Teetering by the timeline, dumps it off, finds Veltman. Veltman with a chance. Veltman shot stopped by Dusty Hill. Rebound. Renault had it, lost it, but Veltman doing a great job as he'll circle back around and wait for the offense to come out. A job well done by Chris Veltman. Renault working the half boards on the left side. Looking for an opening, skips it over. Simons trying to duck in, lets the bouncer go. Dusty Hill, good save. Ball loose now and double team in the corner. Andrioli fishes it out. He gets double teamed. Atwood had it, lost it, and now it's Ty Khan. The Khan man on the run, 3-on-2. Khan, Vern Hill. Vern Hill slips one through. So a good job, usually a defensive specialist, and Ty Khan finds Vern Hill on the left side for the finish. 5-3 Snipers. Second of the game for Vern Hill, and they had Vern Hill sitting in the bleachers. Didn't have his uniform on, not quite sure if he was going to play this season, and got him back in the lineup last game. And it's certainly paying off this time around as well. Off the draw, Stotts, one to beat. Good job defensively, and Snipers will set things up. We're under 11 minutes to go here. Give and go. Stotts wide open, rings it off the pipe. So someone fell asleep at the wheel, and Stotts had a chance, and Goddard gave it back away, and Snipers now going to have to work hard to get it, and they do. Bad pass, though, looking for Chayton King. King harassed by Nolan, comes away with it. They'll set it up with Longboat. Brett Longboat, a welcome return to the lineup for the Snipers. Need some of that veteran leadership in there. Argent swings it across. King almost took his eye off it, 8 on the shot clock. Josh Tagore all over him. And that's a late shot, and I'm not sure, but that's a penalty in my books. I'm not wearing the stripes, but when the whistle goes, don't touch the ball. Not quite sure where we're at with that. Jordan Goddard, not your first game, and maybe have a seat and think about that as your team works a man short situation. Snipers go with their first power play opportunity of this game. Sorry, the Outlaws with their second power play opportunity of the game. And Atwood now. So they've made some adjustments on the power play, have the Outlaws, putting Chris Atwood at the top. Simons now on the right side, St. John on the left, working with Gilmore as well. Skip pass inside. Gilmore going to try to track it down. Can't. Vern Hill will just knock that one down the floor and keep the shot clock running. So a quick pass, and the Outlaws going to have to hurry with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Need a shot. And they run out of time. And that's going to be a delay game. That's a questionable call, though, I think. Only because he's in the act of shooting, so awfully tough for him to stop. But you got to know how much time is on the clock, and if you're going to call it on one team, you got to call it on the other. So they'll balance that out as Simons will head to the box. So once again, we'll be back to 4-on-4. 9.5 minutes to go here, first half. Whitlow gets a step. Went through the crease, tried to tuck that one in the far corner. On the run, here's Tagore. Quick pass, St. John in alone. St. John, bulging the twine. Again, John St. John getting it done. 5-4. So great job by Tagore to jump on that loose ball and move it up. Saw St. John, who had leaked out that back door early, and I don't have to tell you, you give John St. John that location, that kind of time, and that's in the back of the net. 9 out of 10 times. Off the draw, Snipers control. Allen, good hesitation move. He'll roll out, dump it off. Argent. They'll settle it down up high, move it around to Whitlow on the right. Whitlow. Argent. Veltman on him. Argent gets some room, lets it go. That goes off the post. So at least 5 posts rung here by the Snipers in this quarter and a bit. So close but no cigar as they still hold a 1-goal lead. Miller. He gets a shot off. Stopped by Brown. Rebound Argent. Fresh clock to work with now, Snipers. Miller had a notion again. Gets it to Whitlow. Whitlow zips it across. Good duck in move. Backhand pass. Had Argent on the cut. So good try by the general. Fighting for it again. Veltman in that corner. You know what happens to it with a Veltman and a loose ball, and as per the norm, the Veltman comes away with it. So some great work by Chris Veltman in the corner. He may be scooped too. And here come the Outlaws. Set it up. St. John getting pressure. They extend it on him, work it over Atwood. Atwood looking inside, and St. John holds on to it, thinks better of it, looking for some room, swings it to Bergsma. Atwood. 5 on the shot clock. St. John was posting up inside that dotted half circle, and that'll be a violation. Snipers now will pick it up in the offensive end. It's Goddard. 20 seconds left now in an abbreviated power play for the Snipers. See here if they can get cash in here and add to their lead. Argent. 2-man game on the left side. Whitlow changes his angle. Argent had a notion, swung it across, and it's Chayton King has that one ring off the defender. 7.5 to go. Penalty over now. Team's back to full strength. Dunk attempt and toes on the line, and with 7:25, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Just under 7.5 to go here first half. Outlaws trailing by a goal. Snipers now on the defensive side of things, and Vern Hill, I tell you, he'll take it. And ball's still loose. Good job to kick it out. Atwood will settle it down. A lot of time off the shot clock, though, and it's St. John. Working in his office. Looking. Gets a screen. Lets it go. And Dusty Hill, good job to slide over and cover that far side. Vern Hill, quick pass. And the Snipers, he'll get it back. Move it up on the attack. Vern Hill dumps it off. Looking to Whitlow. Stopped, though, by Brown. Back the other way. Countering. Here comes Wallace. Backdoors Atwood. Wallace. Atwood. It actually hit Gilmore. Gilmore recovers. Dumps it off. Simon's wrong. 6-eye stop by Hill. Rebound. Kick back out. Now Stotts the other way. No numbers. 2-on-2. Backdoor. Jump in. Goddard bouncer stop. Ball loose. Stick flying. Good job as Tagore uses his speed. Comes back. Great recovery. Outlaws now work it into the offensive end. So some good end-to-end action here on the blue carpet as Simons will work it over. Gilmore. Simons looking for the return, but it was a tough pass to handle. 6 minutes to go here. Atwood almost had that carry perfectly. Instead, Snipers are going to get a chance if Stotts can outrun Veltman. Veltman right there in the long strides of the law as he'll turn it back the other way. So Chris Veltman putting together a fine game here in this first half as he's been all over the carpet. Atwood dumps it in. St. John rolls 1-on-1 and a great recovery by Chandler Allen. Great save, Dusty Hill. Back the other way. Snipers have numbers. 2-on-1. And keeping it himself and making him pay is Andrew Vradenberg. So a transition goal by the Snipers. That's what they do. And it's a 6-4 game. Good decision by Andrew Vradenberg as he had Wittich on the other side, but that was Wittich's wrong hand. So would have made it awfully difficult. He was on the right side, had a better angle, took the shot, and had the result he was looking for. A draw and a big hit there, and I'm not quite sure that should have been a call there. That was a good body check, and question is, did he have the ball? No argument there as play on. Outlaws to work with Renault. He'll dance around. Simons, let it go, well wide of the mark. Ball loose now, 10 on the shot clock. St. John scoops it up, looking for someone. Zips it over. Simons, quick shot, Dusty Hill. Active around there. Mikey McLaughlin with a good battle there, and good job on the no call, as I'm pretty sure that McLaughlin was wrapped up at the same time and dragged down, so it may have looked like a one-sided deal, but not the case. Snipers now. Whitlow, dunk attempt, and nothing doing by the King. Here comes Nolan. Nolan in alone. Ryan Nolan, and a great save by Dusty Hill. Got a little help from the iron, and Tagore now will reset. Bergsma, we're under 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Allen on Bergsma, gets him to cough it up. Vern Hill on the leak out. Vern Hill, 66, and a good save by Brown. So we'll see next time as Atwood zips it backdoor to Renault. Renault doesn't have the numbers, so he's going to stop, drop, and set up shop here on that left side. And Bergsma does a good job teetering on the line. We're under 4 to go here in this first half. St. John, 2-goal game. Atwood gets a step, goes down, changes the angle, and finds the mark. So Addy Atwood in the column, striking one more time. And he, of course, a very welcome addition to this Outlaws team after the loss of Luke Laskowicz. Atwood's first of the game, 6th of the season, and it's a 6-5 game. Off the draw, going for a run, dumping it over, and what a save there by Brown, as filtering out late was Bradenberg. So just want to make a note that Mac Allen, playing in his final Arenalacrosseleague game before he heads off to Australia. So we wish him all the best, safe travels, and enjoy it, mate. The hospitality is fine, as that one gets put into the gondola and will stay front and center right there. And Vern Hill will set things up as we are just about at the 3-minute mark here, quarter number 2. Argent, he's been quiet. Ty Argent on the run. Gets a good check, zips it over. Whitlow sizes up the situation, draws a double team. Good backhand pass. Argent almost ducked it, but off the butt end of the stick. Now, I don't know what the chances are of that, but slim at best. That pass intercepted by Allen. Allen had it, lost it, and then lost it. And a good job to regain that. Outlaws roll, Dusty Hill. Nifty pickup there by the con man. He'll move it up in a hurry. 3-on-2. Snipers, that shot, and not quite sure that was the best decision for the general. But that quick pass up, and that goes out of play. So guys running out a whole lot of room here. Balls all over the place. And the Snipers now with 2:25 to go here. Leading by a goal. Chayton King will swing it around. Argent will work it to Longboat. Longboat. Quick pass. And teeing that one up was Miller. And too much teeing. And here now come the Outlaws. Trying to take advantage of the size, and that's going to draw a penalty. So a good heads-up play there by Noah Millsap. Delay penalty coming under 2 minutes. No reset on the clock. 10 to go. St. John dumps it inside. Sticks flying everywhere. Bergsma zips it across. Big overhand, and Dusty Hill makes the save. So we got a hooking call. It's going to go to the Snipers. We're going to take a timeout. The Outlaws have called it. We'll take a quick break and bring it to you after that. About Mac Allen, and he gets the hooking call. So third power play opportunity for the Outlaws here. They're 0 for 2. Once again, Atwood at the top. St. John and Simons on that right and left shooter spots. Gilmore down low. Atwood on the interchange. Atwood changes the angle. Probably should have went down, not up. And that one is going to go up and stay right here as it was deflected. Simons will swing it around. Atwood, they'll give everyone a touch here. 1:15 on the game clock. Minute 30 left in the penalty. Atwood all day rings it off the post and in. Addy Atwood with his second of the game comes courtesy the power play. First for Oshawa here in this game, and more importantly, it ties things at 6. So Atwood starting to fit in well with this Oshawa lineup, playing with the master facilitator and John St. John. And he's certainly the recipient. Lucky to have a crack team of statisticians that know everything sitting close by. Just ask them, they'll tell you. Well versed in a little bit of a whole lot of nothing, but good at it. Into the final minute here of this first half. St. John. 45 seconds. St. John lets it rip. That's wide. At Caro, man. Good job by St. John as he slowed up Ty Argent just enough. And that's going to go deep into the offensive end. Snipers, Chayton King working with 40. King zips it across. Argent. Get a big cushion down low behind the net. Give and go to Goddard. Nothing doing. In the middle there. Whitlow. And here come the Outlaws. That's going to be Tagore. Going to run under that one. 25 on the game clock. Tagore. Wittich works him over. Tagore does a good job to hang on to it. Zips it across. They'll slow it up. Shot clock off. 13 seconds. Goalie gone. Net empty for the Outlaws. St. John. Gilmore, and that's going to be costly. That's costly, and hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. The clock here. So a delay of game penalty has been assessed to the Outlaws in this dying seconds here. So the Snipers with a chance here to break this tie. 5 on the game clock. Going to have to hurry. Go behind the net, Argent. Kick back out, give and go. Gone and went. Just like the first half. We played 30. We're tied at 6. We'll be back with the third. Good to go here as we get set for third quarter action. Tied at 6 between the 0-3 Snipers and the 1-2 Outlaws. So something's got to give in this final 30 minutes here, and off the draw. It's going to go loose in the corner, deep in the Snipers' end. Good battle there for it. And good cross-check. Snipers, though, had a chance to move it up. Tagore had a chance to scoop it, couldn't. Picked up, and a good job on the reverse as the Outlaws now will get it into the offensive end. Niall Sear back after a year off. Good to have him back in the Arenalacrosseleague, and they'll work at the St. John. Half boards. That's where he likes to be. That's his spot. Takes a check. Rolls off. 10 on the shot clock. Going to have to do something here. Zips it in. No one doing a whole lot. And except St. John. He'll battle. He'll lose it. And possession will go to the Snipers now. They'll move it up. And it's Miller. Miller will wait. Swinging around. Chayton King. Him and Argent will work the two-man game on that left side. Jumping in the action is Miller. He'll get a touch here. 45 seconds left in that delay of game penalty. Shot in, and it rolls in. So a big one for the Snipers. as they capitalize on their first power play of this game. And you're going to have to give that one to Josh Miller, his second of the game. 8th of the season. And it's 7-6 Snipers. So they strike first here in the third. It was 2-1 Oshawa after one, tied at 6 at the half. And off the draw, Veltman flips it to himself. And he's going to go get it, but that goes into the Snipers bench, and possession will go to Six Nations. Goddard will get it into the offensive end. He'll set things up, get a screen. And you just never know, Six Nations transition specialist. Whitlow took his eye off it, ducks it backhand. Save there by Brown. Like I was saying, you never know what you're going to get. As legging that up and over the timeline is Millsap. He's had himself a fine game. St. John, he'll duck it. They'll go to the half boards with Rodling. He's been quiet here after a good first quarter. Simons, Bergsma fakes that, ducks in, gets a shot off, steered away. Dusty Hill, reset, another 30 for the Outlaws. St. John gets a screen, turns the corner. St. John keeps it, tucks it, stopped though by Hill. Another shot, just wide of the mark, and that late hit. Well, Ty Khan certainly gave us his feedback on a high stick, so be hard to deny that penalty. So for the fourth time in this game, the Outlaws will go on a power play, and very rare you can trust what the player says. Very one-sided opinion usually. 1 for 3. Ty Khan suggested that they get some shin pads on and play a little soccer. That's what that dive was like. And no matter, that goes up, clears the rafters. Simons goes to the shot, wide of the mark, goes up, clears the rafters again, but not the netting. And here come the Snipers trying to take advantage. Allen in the rush as well, but Bradenburg will think better of it with just under a minute and a half to go in the penalty. Bradenburg, they will burn some clock here. Miller leaning in, defender on him in Tagore. 5 on the shot clock, dumps it into the far corner. Job well done, into the basket for Brown, and quick outlet to Veltman. They'll move it up. We're under 12 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Atwood and St. John will work that partnership, and St. John will peel out. They'll swing it back around Atwood. Everyone will get a touch here early on. Bergsma kick it back out. Atwood behind the net on a shot pass. Gilmore tracks it down. No look pass, and had Renault on the doorstep, but instead Vern Hill with the interception. He'll work the back door, and now it's Chayton King. Sorry, I stand corrected. The general looking for Whitlow. Instead, a good job to peel out of that. Good footwork. And putting on the brakes was Sear. Dying seconds now of the power play with 5. Atwood! So in the nick of time, Chris Atwood steps front and center for his third of the game. With 4 seconds left in the power play, that's their second power play marker, and we're tied at 7. So just a good job, good composure by Atwood as he knew he had some time, gathered himself nicely, and picked that far corner, kept it simple. Off the draw now, it's Grandel. He'll peel out, look for St. John. St. John duck in on a good move. St. John! Oh my, you could see that right off the duck-in move. And he wasted no time filling the back of the net, so back-to-back goals by the Outlaws. They lead this one 8-7. St. John has his third of the game. You can just tell St. John with a little pep in his step here in this game as they're looking for a big W here, knowing that the Snipers were going to come out hard, looking for their first win of the season and off the draw. St. John, another duck in, goes by Stott. St. John goes downstairs this time. So changing the angle, but Dusty Hill read it and made a good save. Goddard will work it up into the offensive end, zip it across Argent. Argent runs right into a double team. He'll peel out with the brakes, looking in tight. That one goes off the post. So a good chance by the General. Reset. Chayton King goes hard, but right at Brown. And Brown made it stick. Good outlet pass on the money. Full length and stopped. So possession will stay right here, but a good chance for Millsap. He's already wreaked havoc in transition as it is, and now Eddie Renault. Renault bounces off one, tried to go short side. Dusty Hill cut that off. Good job as Mitch Zulian now. Zulian. Not going to catch him, I'll tell you that. He is a speedster, takes a late check. He'll bounce on, head to the board. 66 Vern Hill. Set it up, Longboat will swing it around right side. Miller, 9.5 to go here, third. And Longboat didn't get everything he wanted on that. Right in the basket, knocked down. Argent with a chance. 1, 2, 3, fakes, robbed though by Brown. So great recovery, courtesy Jackson Brown. And now the Outlaws will set it up with St. John. So you can see Bergsma, Atwood, and St. John getting more and more comfortable with each other, as this, of course, the first year Atwood has been thrown in the mix. Gilmore, good pass over to Bergsma, and St. John was blanketed by Ty Khan, and I think blanketed may be a nice way of putting it, but certainly hanging on his back as Argent now. Good fake on the duck in. Didn't fool anyone, though. Kicks it back out. Goddard will swing it around to Miller. 8.5 to go. Miller gets some help from the King. Chayton King, dump over. Wide open shot. Stopped by Brown. Had to do the splits there. But Jackson Brown getting it done, and the Outlaws now leg it over the timeline. So not quite sure if Jackson Brown is okay, but Mac Allen now. He'll hold up, kick that back out, and turns it over. In transition now. 2-on-2, that shot stopped by Dusty Hill, and that's stuck. And Ty Argent over with Rodling, and I'm not sure if Argent ought to pick that one. He's a tad bit oversized. But Argent certainly not backing down. So Rodling, I'm not quite sure if Rodling's going to go for anything, as he just let Argent do what he had to do. So Argent, the only one heading to the penalty box. So the question is, could Ty Argent have picked a bigger player out there to challenge? So Atwood once again at the top. So face mask call. The penalty, Atwood will shift on the interchange. Stay where he's at. Has some room, dumps it down low. St. John, look for the cutter. Peel back out, trying to go in. Simons reaches, gets closer, but standing in the house he was. And it'll be Mikey McLaughlin now. Zips that one up almost the length of the carpet. And Vradenberg. So delayed penalty coming here. Minute 20 left in the Snipers penalty to Argent. And when the Outlaws get possession here, 7 on the shot clock. Got to look for something here. 3. That shot well wide of the mark, so that'll be a violation, and that's just a dumb move there by Miller. So So brain cramp aside, what would have been a power play for the Snipers will end up with them continuing to kill a penalty for another minute 4. So Miller in the box, waiting to see who's going in the box for Oshawa. That was the initial penalty. Anytime you hit someone with a helmet, I'm not quite sure how much damage you really think you're doing, but certainly sends a message across, but probably going to hurt your team more than it does the player that took the punch. And now St. John and company will go to work with the man advantage. 4-on-3 in tight. Atwood gets one right on, scooped up, lofted up, looking to run under at 66. Vern Hill as good job by St. John, tracks it. Vern Hill, though, finds Ty Khan. Khan takes a shot ill-advised because not quite sure where that was going, but what a hop. Atwood, he's going to respond. Bullet stopped by Dusty Hill. So boy, oh boy, an interesting carom there. Dusty Hill had to be on his game now, and Chandler Allen. So 24 seconds left in the first penalty. And now Goddard will look to burn some clock here with 10 on the shot clock. They'll leave him in that end with Veltman, and Wallace gets a roller off. And that was over and back anyway. Violation, possession now to the Outlaws. St. John pick it up, dying seconds of the first penalty on the cut. Simons, Atwood, St. John, fake. St. John underhand stop, Dusty Hill. McLaughlin, no. Gets the Jets going. Mike McLaughlin has Allen with him. McLaughlin, Chandler Allen. And a big save by Brown, and Mac Allen, and through the crease. So both netminders keeping their teams in this one. And Nolan now over the timeline. So teams at 4-on-4 here for another 30 seconds. Then the Outlaws will go to work with a man advantage. Renault gets a step on Mac Allen. Renault off the crossbar. Quick transition, and here goes Zulian. Mitch Zulian. Wrong stick side, inside out off the post. Stays out. Back the other way is Grandel. He'll stop and wait for the offense. And the Outlaws will keep coming. Bergsma with Gilmore. Jake Gilmore zips it across. Atwood, underhand, almost snuck through. But a good job closing the wickets by Dusty Hill. Snipers now counter the other way. Nick Negro. Defender on him, so 2:40 to go now to kill here for the Snipers. Nolan and Tagore on the double team, but a great job there by Negro to keep it. Finally loses it, scooped up though, and then lost, and Outlaws now with Tagore. He'll use his speed, race into the offensive end, and give way to Atwood. So back to work with a man advantage, go the Outlaws. Plenty of time here. Trailing by a goal. We are just over 4 minutes left here in this third quarter. Atwood has some room, lets the underhand go just wide of the mark, fished out. Simons and his shot steered aside Dusty Hill, so that'll stay right here. Fresh clock for the Outlaws. St. John looking inside to Atwood on the cut. He fishes that out, and he'll take it back to the top, reset it. Or won't he? Instead, he turns it over, and here comes Vern Hill. Vern Hill working with Vredenberg. Can't go cleanly. Vredenberg had it, lost it, lost it. Gets it back. Vredenberg. Big save by Brown. Goddard. Under a minute and a half to kill here. Under 3.5 to go here, third quarter. Argent. Tiptoe move. His shot doesn't get through. And it's picked up by the Outlaws, and they'll waste no time moving it up with St. John. Oh, end-to-end we go here. 1-goal game. Outlaws looking for the equalizer with just over a minute left in a man advantage. St. John gets it to Simons, who had it blocked. Wittich almost had it, and too rough on the play, so Ben Wittich does a good job and moves it up. Ty Khan The con man. He'll cradle high, flip, give way. It's Whitlow. Whitlow has room. Wes Whitlow. The flip back, and probably should have taken that shot, Whitlow. And instead, it's Nolan. Good change on the defense by the Snipers, and just 30 seconds left in the 5-minute major. Bergsma. He'll wait. Started with St. John. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Swing around right side, get it back. St. John. Good skip pass. Simon's not able to hang on to it. Bergsma had it momentarily, lost it. Vern Hill now. Good head man up. McLaughlin, tough pass though. Good on the scoopus. Andrioli. Nick Andrioli. Bergsma has it knocked down. Good job, Chandler Allen, to get a stick in the shooting lane. Ball loose. Mac Allen battling as well. Dusty Hill with an outlet now. Sends away Wittich. 5-minute major over. Snipers have killed it. 1:40 to go here in this third. Vern Hill takes the underhand. Stopped. And on the run again. Here come the Outlaws. Jumping in the rush. They have numbers. Going hard. And a good save, Dusty Hill. Wallace with the rebound. And they'll set it up now. Millsap has it, gives it to Wallace. Wallace flips to St. John. St. John on the reverse, looking for the flip. He'll keep it. Still has it. Stotts all over him. St. John ducks in. Backhand pass. It's a good one, but it's swiped. And here goes Julian. And couldn't outrun, but he was on his wrong stick side, so a good decision as we come into the final minute to play here in the third. Jayton King, he's going to try to power his way in and runs out of real estate. That will be a crease ball. Possession belongs to the Outlaws. 53.9 seconds left in this third quarter. Geddes. He'll work it over the timeline. In some trouble. Does a good job to make the recovery. Get it to St. John. 40 seconds left in the game clock. That shot right on. Renault will track it down. Fresh clock here to work with. About an 8-second differential. Clock in game. Sorry, shot clock in game clock. And zip it back over. Renault had a notion. Got it back. And Gilmore also had a notion. And he gets pushed close to the line. He was over the line. That's a turnover. And a good job defensively by the Snipers with 19 seconds to go here. So leading by 1. Snipers have possession. 10 on the game clock. Argent can't shed Nolan. Gets some room. Argent, he'll take that. Good toe save. Rebound picked up. That one over the net. And that buzzer's going to go. So we have played 3 quarters. It's the Snipers 8, the hometown Outlaws 7. As we get set for the fourth quarter, just thankfully finally got a tap on the leg just to correct. It's 8-7 in favor of the Outlaws. My apologies for leading you astray, but if you've listened to any telecast, you know my counter is questionable as it is. So thankful there's people here a lot smarter than me to my left and not necessarily to my right. But we're all straight now as we got a fourth one set to go here and a good one. 1-goal game. You just can't please everyone all the time, so you just got to roll with it. A little two hands on there is Vradenberg. And out the back door, quick pass, Eddie Renault. He'll zip it up and not able to get it cleanly. Snipers battling for it. Mac Allen's going to get it. He's going to try to run out of trouble. He does. Mac Allen will take it in the middle. Has Vern Hill with him. Vern Hill, quick shot. Tricky. Vern Hill, 66. One more time. So I tell you, when you look to Vern Hill, that's his third of the game, and a big one ties it. He just, the instincts that he has, knowing to open up late to create that passing lane, made a big difference there in allowing that pass to get to him and then wasting no time with a quick release to find the back of the net. So with 14:22 to go, we are tied 8-8. And a violation will give possession to the Snipers. So So Vern Hill, thanks for getting off out of the stands and off the couch and back on the carpet as the Snipers now with a chance. Wes Whitlow's been quiet in this game. Whitlow flip. Goddard with the finish. So how about Jordan Good Goddard? Back-to-back goals by the Snipers. They lead 9-8. So Goddard's first of the game. And the Snipers a different team when they settle in and make things easier on themselves, keeping it simple. But Oshawa has been riding this roller coaster. Good start, slow middle, good start, slow middle. Here they are with the slow. And Wittich, and a good hit to take Wittich down, and that's no easy task as Andrioli finds it, and they'll settle things down now with Simons. And laying on that floor, that one went through the wickets and then off the post, and I'm not quite sure what went on over in that corner. So we'll have to wait. Looks like I can't see the number who's down. It could be Angus Rodling, and of course it was Rodling that was mixing it up with Argent. And we spoke about the size differential. He goes down here. That, of course, was to the right side of the play as I'm following the left side in the ball, and he's still down. Fortunately, he's being attended to. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. So Rodling had to be helped off, managed to get off the floor on somewhat of his own power, but again assisted, and no call on the play, so no worries there as teams are at full strength. So possession to Simons and the Outlaws. He'll work to Atwood. They'll swing it around to the left side, St. John. St. John has it stripped and almost taken away. Good job on the hustle. St. John, plenty of time, dumps it down. Atwood ducks in, creased the call as he was jarred just enough by Vern Hill. And I tell you, not blessed with the size, but tricky Vern Hill. Just enough of a hip push to get the crease. Delayed penalty coming here at Oshawa. Snipers are going to work it around, work the shot clock at 15. Whitlow. Chayton King, that's going to be another one. So once again, the Snipers balance things out in their oh-so generous way. And what would have been a power play now turns into a 4-on-4. So that is the case as I like the Oshawa bench, Joe Hilton company, asking what. The initial penalty was called, that's clear. So a 5-minute. So a little lopsided on the time calls. 2 minutes going to Oshawa and Atwood. 5 for looks like Con General, and so that is the case here. So it was a 5-minute major for high sticking, and there's been too much chirping. And so another 2 minutes going up on the board. So an unsportsmanlike call to Oshawa, and they're going to get a little clarification here. So a couple of unsportsmanlikes. So I know I'm quick to say the Snipers and their retaliation, but the Outlaws, and I don't know how much simpler to put it, but just shut up and play, and it'll probably go a long way. A chance now to move it up. Couldn't get it as Argent. 2-on-1. Vern Hill. Ty Argent. Argent. Right stick side. Vern Hill. Quick shot. Stopped though. So a great job by Jackson Brown. Veltman scoops it up and he'll lob it up. Gotta hurry, and that check is close to being from behind. No call there. Argent dumps it off. Chayton King, and that's a crease call going back the other way. Good job by Tagore to race it up. Maybe both teams need to save their tears for another day and play some lacrosse here as Simon's trying to work his way in, and Ty Khan with the hold and the extra. And that's going to be a penalty as Ty Khan on him like a jersey, and he'll spend 2 minutes in the box. So another penalty on either side will result in a penalty shot. And none of the officials in the stands happy with what's going on here. So St. John will start it off. Looks like we're going to go with some good old-fashioned 3-on-3 lacrosse here for minute 3. So this will be interesting here as Simon's now working on Chandler Allen. Simon's, and he gets a good shot off, good save, and now it's going to be Mikey McLaughlin. 2-on-1 for the Snipers. McLaughlin, backhand, feed, couldn't handle it. Good job defensively, and here come the Outlaws. Breakaway. Oh, and in the far corner, that was a beauty finish there for Niall Sear. His first of the game. So Sear off to the races, a chance at one end. Poor execution by the Snipers results in another chance. And a beauty finish for Sear. We're tied 9-9. So the Outlaws, so that will nullify, I believe, one of the penalties. And we will be back to playing some more 3-on-3 lacrosse. So a whole lot of room on that carpet. It'll be about who can execute the best down the stretch. And Veltman will scoop that up. Vern Hill on him. Veltman's going to go for a run. Vern Hill with the tap out. I tell you, that's a tricky fella right there. Good hands. And Hill now will move it up. 11.5 to go. Argent, this is the time where you got to utilize your assets like your speed. Argent, 1-on-1. Nolan on him. Argent, shuck and jive, kick across Chayton King. And being held up there and no call on the play. And it's still loose. Snipers come away with Chayton King. King trying to create some space. That sidearm off the mark. Argent there to bail him out. Flips it there, and shot clock violation gives it back to the Outlaws. Zip Jackson Brown right on the money. Atwood stopped though, Dusty Hill. Atwood regains control, and he'll peel back out. So some outstanding goaltending at both ends. Keeps this game 9-9. Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play. And they do get that fifth guy out there. Renault, Atwood, stopped by Dusty Hill. So no dust on Dusty today as he is up to his game here, and St. John now under 10.5. That sidearm finds the mark. So I tell you, picking a good time to step up. Blumsberg's, he gets his first of the game. That's their third power play goal of this game. And just so we're clear, Oshawa leading 10-9. Off the draw. Snipers control. Going to be a tough go here, I tell you, with a double team. Veltman, and a good job to flip it back, but that's a turnover. And back at him now. Here come the Outlaws and Atwood. St. John, he'll set it up. So minute 50 now left in this second power play. A chance here for the Outlaws to get some breathing room. Diving in. What a save, Dusty Hill. Talk about reach out and touch someone. Vern Hill now will get it over the timeline. And they're going to try to work some clock here. Back door, Goddard. Goddard ducks in. Goddard runs into Tagore. Still got it, goes for the dunk attempt. Almost threw that one in the net. Instead, it'll be possession to the Outlaws, and Ryan Nolan will move it up to Atwood. Minute 10 to go in the man advantage. Outlaws leading by a goal here, looking for a cushion. Atwood at the top. They'll work it around the horn. Now on the interchange, 10 on the shot clock. St. John. Simons. Gilmore. Dumps it down. Atwood again, tiptoeing on that white line. No crease. And it's the con man. He'll hustle up over the timeline. 45 seconds to burn. Con the flip. Whitlow. I'd say he's on his wrong stick side, but he works both hands equally. Gets roughed up there on good defensive rotation, and Veltman and Whitlow, and I'll tell you, there's a size advantage there for Veltman. But whatever Whitlow did, he took exception to it, and that's going to cost Whitlow an extra 2 at the very least. Not everyone is blessed with comic relief while they're doing their job. I fortunately am. And snipers all up in the grill. So Veltman's going to go. Whitlow's going. 30 seconds left in the initial penalty. Ready to get going here. Outlaws will have a power play. So Whitlow's gone, the extra 2 minutes. Looks like there are 30 seconds left in the penalty, but I'm sure there'll be a little more time. Outlaws with no matter, under 8.5, they're in the lead. And Simons with a BB that goes over the net. Ball loose. Gilmore battling for it. He comes away with it. No reset. Gilmore. So Wes Whitlow picks up 2 gross misconducts, and here the snipers are with a chance now. Backdoor. The King picks the corner. We're tied 10-10. A short-handed marker for Chayton King. Second of the game for the return of the King, and boy, couldn't have come at a better time. You blink an eye. Transition lacrosse works in the favor of the snipers. 8:06. They don't have the other penalty up there, Whitlow's 2 gross misconducts. He's already been ejected. So not quite sure if there'll be a reset or if it'll continue with an Oshawa power play, but as of right now, it's 5-on-4 for a couple seconds and out of the bench and all evened up. So interesting development. Vern Hill with Tagore on him. Crafty and Speedy going head-to-head. Argent. Goddard tucks it. Looks for the flip. Goddard stops. Gives it out, and a hard hit as down goes Vern Hill. That's going to be a 2 at the very least, as that's a legal check from behind, and hopefully Vern Hill's okay. As caught him in a vulnerable position, and he's headed right to the locker room. Not a good sign. So Wallace is going to head to the penalty box. A poor decision, to say the least, there in a 10-10 game. So it looks like it's going to be a 2-minute call on the illegal cross-check. Snipers now will get a power play attempt. So lucky to get away with a 2 and not a 5. And snipers now with Argent. Argent Kick over, swing across. That shot right on, stopped by Brown. Rebound picked up Nolan. He's going to bounce off a few, take a couple of hacks, and give it off. Good job to race through by Sear. Sear rings it off the crossbar. Now Sear. That ball loose, and good job by Dusty Hill to get that up to Argent. Argent, 2-on-2. He'll think better of it, be more deliberate. We're inching toward the 7-minute mark here, fourth quarter. General out there with Goddard. Argent, Miller turns a corner, and that one's blocked. Rebound, Goddard shot. Couldn't get a whole lot on it. 2 on the shot clock. Argent lets it go. Good save made by Brown. And the rebound picked up by Millsap. His pass looking to Geddes is a bad one, but Nolan will bail him out. And 6.5 to go, Outlaws. 40 seconds to kill here. Renault. He'll put on the brakes, curl back out, hold on to it, curl back in. 5 on the shot clock. He'll lose it. Dusty Hill will scoop that up and move it up to Allen. Argent zipped across. Chayton King has room. That goes off the crossbar, and we'll stay right here with 5:55 to go. That will take us to our final officials timeout. Set to go after our officials timeout. Just want to comment, a good crowd on hand here at Children's Arena. It's good, knowledgeable fans that enjoy the sport. It's a pleasure to be in the midst of them. And now the Snipers back to work. Can't hold on to it. Scooped up, and Tagore's off to the races. Dying seconds, they're all even. Tagore ducks in, tried to twist her, but too much bounce to the ounce. And it goes out of play. Possession back to Six Nations. Goddard. Wide open for the shot, and unleashing that one was Miller. And possession will stay right here. Another 30 to work with for the Snipers. Under 5.5 to go here. Fourth quarter. Tied 10-10 on the flip out. King regroups, gets it. Veltman to pressure, zips it Argent. One-on-one, he's a handful. Gets a step. Ty Argent puts on the brakes. But Nolan read that like a book. Argent swiped it back. And they're going to give possession to the Snipers. And a great theft back by Ty Argent. Won't show up on the stat sheet, but that was big right there. And now Brett Longboat. Keep an eye out. Hope 66 will be back in the lineup for the Snipers. Argent one-on-one with Nolan. Big matchup here. Nolan puts the wood on him there. Argent thinks better of it. Swing around. Late changes. Longboat, and that's 16 men on the floor. That's going to be a too many men call. An easy one, as I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Snipers bench, but certainly wasn't communication. So in a tie game with 4:50 to go, too many on the floor, give the Outlaws another power play opportunity. Their 7th of the game. They are 3 for 6. So this is a big kill here for the Snipers. Big chance for the Outlaws to take the lead. St. John out there, usual suspects. Simons, Gilmore, Atwood, St. John. Atwood gets a step. Atwood through a crowd, and I don't even think Dusty Hill saw that, but it went up into the rafters. Possession to the Snipers and McLaughlin. Mike McLaughlin, the consummate professional, gets the job done each and every time. Argent now. So they'll leave Atwood down at the offensive end. Expect the Snipers to try to burn this minute and a half in the penalty, and Argent, with his moves, he can certainly do that. But Tagore has outstanding speed, great hands, takes the hit. Great job by Tagore, gets it off. Geddes, dumps it. Atwood missed the net, or good save. I stand corrected, and now it's Wittich. Wittich, shuck and jive, gets tracked down, coughs it up. I tell you, Ryan Nolan has done a great job here in this game. Nolan dumps it. Atwood goes low, crease to call. So Atwood has to be a little more aware of his feet there, and second crease call on him. Wittich can't handle it. They give it right back. Merry Christmas. Almost a trip attempt. And now the Outlaws will set it up with Atwood. 40 seconds left. Atwood getting harassed by Chandler Allen. He'll kick it over St. John. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. John St. John. Simons rings it off the iron and out of play. So possession will stay right here with the Outlaws. 3:15 to go. Atwood round the horn. St. John. Atwood. Underhand. Dusty Hill to save. Ball loose. Mike McLaughlin battling with Gilmore and St. John. McLaughlin working over St. John. Good job by John St. John to get a handle. Reset. Hill had a notion. Dump it over. Quick stick finish. That was a beauty. Blomberg's the recipient from the master facilitator in John St. John, 11-10 Oshawa. So everything when you're under 3 minutes to go is timely, and that was just a great pass on the money from St. John right into the basket and an easy finish for Blomberg's. So Oshawa with a 1-goal lead here. They have taken advantage of their opportunities. Stotts battling in there. Blomberg's as well. Argent had it momentarily. Snipers get it, flip it up, but instead, good job to run under that is Millsap. Millsap will pull it out, and Veltman will hold up. So time now on the side of the Outlaws. 2.5 to go. Renault looking for a screen. Gets one from St. John. 10 on the shot clock. Late screen. St. John, bullet, let it go. Rebound picked up. What a save, Dusty Hill. Reset, try to tuck it. No, another rebound. And Bergsma with a fresh 30 now for the Outlaws as they outwork the Snipers and get possession. St. John, we're under 2 minutes to go here. 1-goal game. John St. John trying to get a step. He'll roll off, dump it. Backhand try wide of the mark. This time Dusty Hill will scoop it. And here come the Snipers now. 1:45 to go. Bradenburg with Bergsma on him. Doesn't take advantage. Can't connect with the pass. Wallace battling for it in there. And it's Goddard that comes away with it. No reset. 10 on the shot clock. Got to go to work. Got to go to work now. On the run. Room. General. His shots. Miller. Reset. Snipers. Goddard. Minute 15. Good Goddard. His shot doesn't get through. Ball loose. And that's going to be possession to the Outlaws. Going up with 1:12 to go. And we're going to get a penalty call. So it'll be, we're going to see here who this is. It looks like it could be Wallace that's going to go for slashing. And that's the thing. A penalty is a penalty no matter what time of the game it is. And Wallace chopping down trees gets caught. So a late power play, just the third of the game for the Snipers. And they will go to work for the equalizer. 1:10 to go here. Argent's at the top. Longboat will filter up. Took his eye off it. Going to have to hustle here. And questionable call there as Nolan got there just a tad bit early. And Tagore overran it. He's going to get it taken away by Argent. Good job there. And Snipers are going to go. So we're into the final minute now. Vern Hill back out there. Good to see. Argent. Forward into game clock. Brett Longboat. Top corner. Ho, ho, baby. Pulled it up. We're tied at 11. So how about that? Snipers collect their second power play goal of this game. And Brett Longboat picked the man up out of the couch, off the couch and onto the carpet, and has an impact in his first game back. 41.9 seconds to go. Don't have to tell you, it's crunch time right now, and this is a big face-off here. And you can see as it slips out, and of course Veltman had it, but he lost it. And it goes up into the Oshawa bench. Going to be Outlaws' ball. And we'll see if they call a timeout with 30.7 seconds, and they do. Quick break, and we'll be back. So fasten your seatbelt as we get set for the final 30.7 seconds in a tie game here. Of course, if this remains tied, we go to a 5-minute sudden death overtime. And you can see, so in a zone defense, a 2-1-2 are the snipers, and expect the Outlaws with the differential just fractions of a second. Expect them to want to take the last shot here. So Gilmore is up high with Simons. Renault on that left side, 10 on the clock now. They're going to go. Here they go. Atwood on the curl. Atwood dump off. And going low. They score! Oh, my! Blumbergs with his third of the game. 3.9 seconds left. So you could tip your cap to Joe Hiltz Company, as that was an outstanding play call. And a good job by Chris Atwood to see that he was covered and dump it off. And boy, the Outlaws with a late goal here in the driver's seat. So all they have to do, the Outlaws, is kill this final 3 seconds on the draw. It goes loose, and it gets knocked down, and the Outlaws hang on here with a late goal in an outstanding game, outstanding finish. So that puts the wraps on our doubleheader. 12-11 the final in favor of the Outlaws. They up their record now to 2-2. The Snipers fall hard fought 0-4. That's going to do it for us. On behalf of JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.